Okay, who wants to recap what happened last week?
What session is this? 7? 8?
This is 7.
7.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, we've almost been 2 months.
Yeah.
True.
And that's going to be on the YouTube video.
Yeah, it will be.
It better be.
Yes, it will be. Who would like to recap last week?
I guess I can do it.
Do it.
Let me change my push to talk button real quick.
No, do it now.
Alright, sorry about that. So, we started off by going to check out the manor. They pretty much looted it all, and it was empty. So we decided to get some information from Sildar about things. And then there was something about apple pie. I think I'm going to let Anthony and Callista tell us about that. And crickets.
Come on.
Sorry, I'm trying to type here because I was late to the RP post. Yay.
We can put it off. I mean, it doesn't have to particularly. I don't think it's going to affect this specific session all that much. We can finish that up after.
It's not a bad idea.
You know, you don't have to RP post if we're actually in a session. You could just do it.
We could.
Unless, yeah, like, I mean, that's the thing.
Okay, it's fine. We're going to do it. We'll do it live.
We're doing it live.
I also don't think that this is going to particularly. I mean, it's not that interactive for everybody. And the information that we're going to gain from this, I don't think is going to particularly be needed for this session.
So begin. I'm kidding. Okay, fine. Yeah, if you don't want to do it now, that's fine. But yeah, we do need a little recap on the apple pie incident, regardless.
Okay, I, as Anthony, asked the mayor, Weston, don't know his first name, about where to get a great apple pie. He told me to go to a gentleman named Duran Eldermath, who had a glorious beard, and he had some of the firmest apples I have ever held in my hand.
Yep, a pair of firm apples in your hand.
Yes. He threw me both of his apples, and I grabbed both of them. And afterwards, he said he was going to bring me a pie, since I never had a quote-unquote pie, and to the Stonehill Inn.
All right.
And the rest of that side story is pending.
All right. We have the updated. There we go. 20 to 10. Hell yeah.
It's amazing.
All right. So Sildar had sent you guys. You went to him looking for information. He didn't have any additional to give you as to the whereabouts of Gundren, but I think at this point you have 2 leads. He suggested meeting with Sister Gariel at the Shrine of Luck, and Kelleen said that her sister up at Thunder Tree might have some information for you.
You know, she also provided a pendant. Is that right?
Correct.
To show. And who is it that has that?
I do. It's a etching of the pendant because the pendant was apparently too magical to let on out into the world.
That is two separate pendants. You're talking about the spider pendant, the relief that Sildar had. He gave that to you, but the leaf pendant, or leaf necklace, I think he gave to, it was either, Killian gave to either Sarban or Callista. So one of the two of you have that.
Okay, yes, so Sarvin definitely has it then.
There is also those orcs that Wetson told us we should go deal with.
He did indeed suggest that you deal with some orc trouble that they were having in the east.
And then there was also a letter that I have.
And what was the letter?
It was for Lord Albrecht, and then it had the symbol of the pendant.
That's right. Lord Albrecht being Glassstaff, and that was from the Black Spider to Glassstaff.
So that's actually a third option we could try and figure out.
Yep, you can take a look at the letter for sure. You also, I think, had the still the goods for Lionshield Coster.
Yeah.
You found those in the original Goblin Cave, and have those on your wagon, which is still at Barthen's.
I guess we can return them and probably let them know that there's a bunch of their stuff in the manor as well.
I'll give you guys the option with regards to time of day. I think you were all moving around kind of throughout the afternoon after the early morning festivities and Harbin Weston declaring a day of celebration in Phandelver. So if you'd like, you can rest tonight. I don't know that anyone needed rest per se, but I'd say at the moment at least it's evening, so you can start fresh again in the morning, or you can pursue one of these leads now.
I think that kind of makes sense. Maybe we would have done all of our adventuring from the last session, come back to the inn, kind of had our dinner, gone to sleep, and get up in the morning to go to this Lionshield Coster.
Yeah, it sounds fine to me.
We seem to be in no hurry to rescue Gundren, so...
Oh, he
Right.
did. He gotta be dead.
At this point, we're just following where the big bad supposedly is.
Alright, so that's the game plan then, it sounds like. We're going to do a little rest. If anyone needed to expend, refresh any spells or anything like that, or if you were down any additional hit dice, remember to go ahead and replenish those.
Yeah, do you regain all your hit dice, or...
You regain half on a long rest, half of whatever is expended. Rounded down, if I remember correctly. So if you're level 3 right now, if you had spent 2, you would regain 1. If you had spent all 3, you'd regain 1.
Okay, I don't think I used any, so it's still 1. Just my total level, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, you've got 1 per level, so you've got 3 right now. I think you're all level 3, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Lionshield Coster, you guys wake up in the morning at Barthen's, and this music though. Hold on.
Sorry, my bad.
All right, waking up in Stonehill Tavern. You come downstairs. You're greeted very warmly by Mr. Stonehill himself, who has breakfast made for all of you, again free of charge, for the heroes of Phandelver. He greets you with a hearty smile, scoots around the bar, pulls out a series of chairs, and invites you all to sit down and have a delicious and full breakfast. So you do not need to expend a ration for your rest.
I would like to thank him for his hospitality. Also, FYI to the party, I took Identify, so if there's anything that people want to have identified, I can do it as a ritual. It takes 10 minutes.
Sweet.
Can you identify what I'm eating?
I can. It takes 10 minutes to identify what we are eating.
What do you come up with? I'm going to let you roll with that one.
I'm on a strict gluten-free diet.
Ooh, that's going to be a tough order.
Gluten-free diet.
Yep, in the
It is
medieval days.
it is sausage and beef and goat. Everything that is not gluten-free.
Well, Sarpin's a little disappointed, but he's gonna go ahead and eat anyways. Yes, it wasn't a very strict diet.
It's a cheat day.
Yeah, it's a cheat day. Just got, well, we partied yesterday. Today's the cheat day too.
In walks a little gnomish man. He's got white hair. He's chewing on a piece of straw. And he smells kind of funky. He scoots in the door and walks over to one of the stools, grabs it with both hands, pulls it out, climbs up on top, sits down and orders something from Mr. Stonehill at the counter. He turns around and gives you all kind of a courteous little nod and drinks a flagon of ale that Stonehill has brought him.
Can I determine, just from his appearance and his smell, maybe what he does in the town?
You haven't seen him before. There's also not a huge gnome population. I don't think you guys have seen any right now. He's probably a traveler, wayfarer, something like that. Could be here on business. A couple minutes later, Mr. Stonehill brings out a loaf of bread, a knife, and some butter, sets it down on the counter, and this guy goes to town, just ripping it up. He also takes half the bread loaf, puts it in his pocket.
Does it seem like he's in a rush? Or was he just hungry?
Just hungry. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be paying any specific mind to you or anything else. Just eating up his bread.
I like to greet them. I'm like, hey there, gnome friends. I've noticed there aren't many gnomes around here. Are you a traveler or something?
He turns around and looks at you, Sarbin, and says,
Traveller, yes. You could certainly say that. In from Neverwinter and about to head back out in just a few minutes, I believe.
Where are you headed, good sir?
Back to Neverwinter.
Just say we were just thinking about heading to Neverwinter ourselves.
Oh, is that right?
How's the route there and back? Yeah.
Route there and back wasn't too bad. We got in early last night, turning right around and heading right back out this morning. Suspect it probably
So
take
you're
us
with a
just a
group
few
of
days
people
to
then?
get there. Oh, just me and my partner.
I kind of gather the group around. He's traveling to Neverwinter. Do you want to Yep, maybe make it a party. It's safer to travel with the party.
He seems like he's got some sort of just idea in his mind. Well, he wants to do something and he's not sharing it with us, but it sounds fine to me.
I mean, do we have to go up that way anyways?
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a lot quicker than having to walk the whole way.
That's true.
And I
Although
honestly,
I don't know if
I'm not sure how much if we were to commission a cart ourselves.
well, if it's just the two of them, I don't know if all 4 or 5 of us could get on there.
So he brushes the
is-
crumbs off of the table where he's been cutting the bread up, slides the knife back across the counter for Mr. Stonehill to collect, and out from the collar of his shirt pops a little weasel. Little weasel runs down his arm and begins furiously nibbling at the crumbs that were left over. You were saying, Callista?
Well, Callisto would not be particularly surprised by the odd little snake rat thing.
Cat snake.
A what?
Cat snake.
Sorry, cat snake. She's a little more curious as to what it was he is ferrying between Neverwinter and Phandelver.
Is she asking him that?
Callista sidles up to the group, who is speaking to the gnome, taking another sip of the tea she's been nursing all morning. She leans over and asks, "So good, sir, what is it that you've been ferrying between Neverwinter and Phandelver?"
Oh, ain't little miss one with questions this morning. Here's just goods from Neverwinter down to the local chapter of the Lionshield Coaster.
And are you the only one who sends goods this way for the Lionshield coaster?
Oh, I guess that'd be their business then, wouldn't it? I just know the contract I've got.
Fair enough. Have you been having any difficulty, perhaps lost any goods on any recent excursions?
Lost goods, not by my name, no ma'am, no, never. You pay me to get something from point A to point B, I'm gonna get it there. By way C, D, E, F, whatever the rest of them are.
Well, excellent. Money well spent then. It just so happens we were planning to pay them a quick visit since we found some goods that might have been misplaced that were on their way to them.
Is that right? What kind of goods you come by?
Oh, this and that. Nothing particularly important. Is it possible that you might be able to delay your trip just a few hours? Perhaps if I buy you another round, we could have a little bit of time just to go speak with Coster before we head out.
Roll me a deception.
Assuming, of course, you would like some protection on your way out.
Give me a deception for your little lie.
Wait, which part was I lying about?
Nothing of any consequence? What goods
Sounds
did you
about
find?
right.
Alright, yeah. Sounds good then. I'm sorry, what was your question for him?
If he would, I suppose, A, be wanting us to provide protection and travel with him up towards Neverwinter, and B, if I bought him around, would he want to maybe hang out for an extra hour or two so we can go to the Coster before we leave town with him?
I brought my own protection, miss. No offense to you, but we've kind of got a bit of a routine, me and my partner. No real room for others on our travel. Plus, the cart's a very small place. Not enough for, myself, my partner, and the likes of you.
I would like to use my staff to try and persuade him to do so.
All right,
When
go
you
for
hear your
it.
stab it.
What do I need to roll?
I think I said it's just advantage on persuasion.
Okay, so just roll it and take the better of the two? Is that how?
Yep, exactly. All right. I'm thinking.
By any chance, do I know what he's doing? She's doing? My bad.
That I will leave totally up to y'all. And give me just a moment here.
See, are you trying to be sneaky about that?
Kinda. I mean, I don't want people to know I can kind of influence their thoughts.
I mean, you have a big staff there.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily know that power course is a threat.
It's made out of glass and fancy.
I'm a monk. I kind of am lavish anyway, so they could think it's just a lavish staff.
But
Not everyone is as learned as y'all.
But as someone in the arcane and on first hand saw Callista be charmed, or she attacked me after she ran into the inn to get Glassstaff, but I know what is going on.
Do we need to bring that up again? Really?
No, I'm just saying. This is a arcane power that he is using on an innocent. Or
Oh.
someone. That's what I'm trying to figure out, because
Yeah, I'd leave that up to you guys whether or not you
That's
had
who I am.
discussed this staff. So discuss. Have you guys already, I don't know, Rocket? Is this something that you're keeping secret? Or did Anthony help you identify what the staff does?
He didn't help me identify what the staff did.
He did identify what was happening when I was confused.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he has seen the staff in action before. So, yeah, he would kind of have an idea of what it's doing. Yeah, I think, Anthony, you're able to kind of determine what's going on here.
okay, so it's just really whether he tried to be sneaky about it or not. So I would catch him or see him do this.
Yep, and I'll leave that up to you, Rocket. If you're trying to do this without Anthony seeing, you guys aren't going to have to roll contests against each other or anything like that. We'll just take care of that narratively.
I mean, I don't think that I would hide it necessarily from a group, but I wouldn't be flashy about, hey, I can mind control people, you know.
Hey, oh yeah? You don't want to take us to Neverwinter? What about now? With advantage.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Anthony, you see, the crystal in the staff kind of pulsates a little bit, and this guy gets kind of that glazed over look for just a moment that Callista had before, and he says,
All right, maybe we can work something out. Get y'all up to Neverwinter if that's what you want to do.
We'd appreciate that.
Why did he change his tone so quickly?
I'm gonna go ready the cart. I guess when you guys are done in the cart stuff, come out and see myself and my partner. We'll be right outside the cart stuff. He should be done unloading by about now.
Sounds good.
Come on, Chip up.
and his little weasel climbs back up his shoulder and disappears down in the thick collar and hood of his cloak. And he hops down off his stool and scampers on out the door. What do y'all do?
Z,
Oh, you might as well get those crates right.
Z, what did you do?
Guess not.
Nothing. It was innocent. I just persuaded him to allow us to travel with him. More is better.
Yes, but that is against its own free will.
I can't help if my tongue is good at persuading people.
But I also had to notice that you are holding Glassstaff's staff, which also persuaded Callista to attack me.
Yeah, but I didn't harm anybody in doing it.
Yes, but rule number 6, just because you could do something doesn't mean you should do it. You used it for a very bad reason. That's
I didn't
what's against
use
his
it.
will.
I didn't use it for a bad reason. I'm ensuring that we have a safer route to Neverwinter.
This is not the sort of magic you need to be using, and it's not right.
Look, I'm gonna be careful with this.
Please do in the future. Think about it.
I get up and walk outside.
Mr. Stonehill is watching the two of you, like just his eyes jumping back and forth while he's been cleaning the same glass throughout your conversation. It got so tense in here. All right, so exiting,
Hey,
you see, I guess Callista and Sarbin are sitting out on the porch. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
before the gnome came in, I was wanting to do an identify on Callista's bracelet.
And you were trying to just determine if it had any kind of magical properties?
Yes,
And this is the weapon charm bracelet, right?
I think so. Yes.
It's just baller. There's you don't detect any magical properties, but well, not everything in the world is magic. But it is very well crafted. Could probably fetch a pretty penny.
And it looks lovely on my wrist.
It do. It jingles and gives disadvantage on stealth rolls. So you see him, this little gnomish guy, that was also false. This little gnomish guy hops across the dirt kind of square area, and will jump us over to the Phandelver map, where Rocket has been waiting patiently. You guys exit the Stonehill Inn. He hops down off of the stoop after he's kind of looking over his shoulder at you guys and waves a little bit. You see the weasel pop out, kind of whatever noises weasels make, as he makes his way over to the Lionshield coster, and he addresses a. He's got a looks like his wagon, you would imagine, out front. It is relatively small. It's more a cart than a wagon. Room for someone to maybe ride in the back with a cargo, and then a jump seat that is currently occupied by a relatively large half-orc gentleman. And they have 2 horses pulling this little tiny cart. The cart only has 2 wheels. It is small.
Yeah, if Torn was here, he'd whip us up an extra back seat.
Yeah?
I'd imagine so, yeah.
With his druid crafting? Ah, rip.
He's chasing his dreams, quite literally.
Yep.
I'm gonna walk into the Lionshield coster.
All right. Entering the Lionshield coster, you see a room that is basically filled with crates, very similar to the crates that you guys had located. All of the tops have been kind of popped off, and it looks like they sell things directly out of the crate. This is kind of your Phandelver version of a big box store. In the crates, you find that there are things like ropes, hooks, pulleys, climbing equipment. They definitely service or supply some of the miners in Phandelver. There's pitons and rope and things like that. This is a lot of adventuring gear. The quality itself is pretty solid. It's good stuff, and looks like from the price tags that they have fairly reasonable prices here.
How much are ball bearings?
How many do you want?
Well, how much is like a package of ball bearings?
Everything in here basically base price is going to be what's listed in the handbook.
I guess I'll just look that up really quick.
Is anybody working the front desk?
Yes, there is a woman that is working the front desk.
I'm gonna walk up and greet her.
All right. You look, and she is kind of poring over a ledger. Looks like she's doing some kind of inventory or something like that. You walk up. How do you greet her?
Friendly, just kind of casually. I say, "Good morning, ma'am."
She looks up from her ledger from a minute or for a moment, and just kind of and nods at you politely but curtly, and goes back to her calculations.
I am sorry to bother you, but recently we came down from Neverwinter, and we got attacked on the road and had to deal with some unrulies. But while we were dealing with some unrulies, we found some packages that we think belong to y'all. And basically just here to make sure you get them.
So she looks up, kind of while she's going over her calculations, and glances to you, and then back down to her work while she's speaking with you, but says, "Oh, that's she doesn't carry the one. That's not that's not possible. Oh, just 17, 50, 52 times. We're not missing any shipments." And she goes back to her work.
So, you're not missing anything. Are you sure?
What do you think you found?
They were just boxes with y'all's seal on it, and it just has basically what you have hanging in here to sell.
And correction, you guys didn't actually go through those boxes. You went through what was in the Barthen stuff, but I don't think you guys have popped any of those yet.
You did also look through the boxes that were in Trissendar Manor that also had the same crest.
Okay, well then let me revise that. We have a few boxes that have your crest on it. We didn't look in them.
She's going to look up, a little surprised at that, and she closes her book and takes it and puts it down underneath the counter, and says, "Where might these crates be?"
Well, the ones that we brought in are at Barthen's Provisions, and then when we were clearing out Tressendar Manor, there was some in there, but we haven't disturbed them because we thought maybe y'all would not like if we disturbed them.
Could you have them brought down from Bothan's to the back?
Yeah, I guess so.
Interested in what you may have found. I'm not showing that I'm missing any shipments.
Okay, well, yeah, just give me a few minutes and we'll get them to bring them down here.
Great, thanks. And she slides her work back out, throws it back on the counter, and continues her calculations.
I'm gonna walk out and then proceed to Barthen's provisions and talk to him.
All right. As you pass the cart out front, you can see that the gnomish gentleman and his compatriot are kind of bickering with one another, and the gnome tells you that they really need to get going. They've got a really tight schedule and they cannot wait.
So are we with Z right now?
Up to y'all.
Okay, I just wanted to buy like 10 pounds of ball bearings.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything that you want to buy, there's a couple clerks that are stocking shelves that can help you out. You guys, any adventuring gear that you want to buy out of the standard adventuring gear section, you're welcome to go ahead and do that. If you want to RP some or haggle, we can certainly do that as well. If you're fine
And
with
just try to
prices,
steal something.
yeah. What are you trying to steal?
I don't
While-
know. She
while
just wants
Z
to
is
steal
going
for the
to-
hell of it.
Okay. Do you want to just roll on the adventuring gear table?
I was actually
like-
counting what the items were on the table.
It's like I got
It's like
horse
50
cart.
items.
All right, yeah.
Can you
roll
roll a 50? Does that exist?
a D. Yeah, I mean you can roll anything. You can roll the D51. Item 39. What is it? I'm super interested. Are you one of those shoppers that's just going through the store touching everything?
Absolutely.
It's
And
like
39
security's
is a
eye.
component pouch.
Okay, yeah, there's just like a little leather pouch. It's got some fasteners to secure that on a belt or something. Totally. And, ooh,
Wow.
with that good roll for the evening. So, yeah, you can actually describe that to me. Real quick, Z, you're heading over to Barthen's. You're welcome to grab that cart, and Barthen would be more than happy to have his son wheel it or have it hauled, whatever horses do, back behind the Lionshield coster. Did you acknowledge this gnome and orc man at all, as they're really anxious to get underway?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Am I needing to do something?
You can narrate how you are still. You are absolutely going to be successful. These guys are, they're trying to kind of watch all of you and do their work. So if you want to steal a component pouch, tell me how you do that.
Okay, who else is in the shop here with me?
Me.
Sarbin, what's Anthony doing?
I would be in the shop, but I wouldn't be paying attention.
Okay. You're not looking at the component pouches? I mean, that's kind of right up your alley.
I mean, I have an arcane focus, so
Oh, I'm just saying.
I would assume that I wouldn't need one.
All right, Callista.
Alright, well, since I was already looking at the silk ropes, I assume that Callista would probably catch the eye of the guard. There's no doubt there's, loss prevention people hanging around. Sort of catch his eye and be like, oh yeah, this silk rope is really nice. Have you seen this? This is great. And kind of get him over there to feel this rope, and then sort of slip away over to the next crate that's got the pouches while he's looking at this rope, and just sort of pocket one, since it's a fairly small pouch, but they are worth quite a bit.
Nice. All right, cool. So you have a component pouch. GG, you thief, you dirty stealer of things. All right, Z, the conversation between this orc and his little buddy, or half orc, excuse me, and his little buddy, is getting fairly heated. Do you speak Orcish?
No.
All right. Well, you're hearing a bunch of gruff and very sharp words coming out of this orc's mouth as he is kind of gesturing towards you. And the gnome, I would think it would be fairly clear that he's beginning to kind of concede whatever point is being made. You're welcome to ignore them again.
I'm gonna walk up and ask what the matter is.
So the little gnome looks at you and goes,
You know, we're just, it's gonna be getting dark, you know, soon, and we got, you know, we got traveling to do. We got to get on the road. I got a schedule. This is my work, you know. I got another shipment that's got to leave Neverwinter, heading north to Luskin. If we can't make my contract, I might lose it.
I'm gonna say to him, if you need to make a contract, just go. We can catch up with you on foot. I can promise that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll be, do you know where the crossroads are? North of Vandalin, where it hits the Tribal Trail. You
Yes.
can't miss it if you're heading to Neverwinter. We'll camp there for the night. Maybe we'll see you then.
All
All right, good. All right, Darn, let's head out of here.
and the orc kind of snorts at you and whips the two horses
I'm
on
gonna
their little
stare
cart.
back
And they,
at him.
oh,
He remembers.
and they just kind of start hightailing it out of town. Pretty quick. Dust trail and whatnot. They got evidently a timetable.
Fair enough.
Unrelated question, whenever you get a chance.
Yes.
How many silver and a gold?
A what?
How many silver in a gold?
It's in the book.
I'm going through the book and I cannot find it. Probably in the wrong chapter. Never mind, I'll just keep looking for it.
All right, yeah, it should be index and search for a currency. 5e silver.
And it's 10.
Yeah, it is. So 1 silver. Let's see. Yeah, 10 to make a gold, 5 to make an EP. What, an emporium? Imperium.
Platinum?
No, platinum's 100.
Whoa, why do we have 6 of those?
Electrum, I think. Huh?
Got him off the eyeballs.
Yeah.
We have 6 platinum somehow?
Ballers. Bunch of ballers.
Yep, we got him from the dead bodies. You're welcome.
Oh.
Which dead bodies?
All right, Z. You move past the. There's some other, horses and stuff like that tied up out front, and they kind of. You have to kind of step over some poop as these guys kind of burn out of the town square, heading up the Tribor. Looking behind you north, you see that Barth and Son has already got your cart heading around to the rear of the Lionshield coster.
I'm gonna go in and tell that lady that they are being brought out back, and that I will meet her out back.
Okay, yeah, she heads out back with you. She ushers you kind of through a back. They have a storeroom in the rear where they take deliveries. No innuendo. And she kind of ushers you through the storefront, through the back, and you see all the other boxes matching the description of the ones that you guys are bringing in with the blue lion printed on the side. And she comes back to the rear and sees these crates, and it's almost like she didn't believe you. She's kind of curious as to what this delivery could be. She wasn't expecting anything. She reaches over into, or heads back into the storeroom and returns with a crowbar and hops up on the back of the wagon that Barth and Son has wheeled over, pries off the lid, and begins sifting through what looks like shavings or sawdust. And after a few moments, she pulls her hand back very quickly, and her hand is bleeding.
What happened?
She goes, something cut me.
Do you need some help? Actually, I pull out one of my spare clothing, rip it up, and try and nurse her.
Okay, yeah, she gratefully accepts that. Kind of wraps it around her hand, and she says, "I don't know what's in here, but it's obviously very sharp." And she's not going to have a specific voice or accent, and you're just going to have to deal with it because I already forgot what she sounds like.
Okay, that's
But as the two of you are now kind of up on the back of the cart, she brushes away the some of the sawdust very carefully this time, rather than just throwing her hand in there, and pulls out a finely crafted sword. And she looks at you very curiously.
I take it that's not y'all's?
It's not Talon. She shakes her head at you kind of unknowingly and turns it around, unfamiliar in her hand. You can tell that she is not much of a swordsmith. She says, "We don't have many locations that carry weapons. Certainly never here.
So,
And never anything this nice."
okay, well, let's check the other box and see what's in it.
Opening up one of the next boxes with a crowbar, you open that up, and there are flails inside.
And are those something that y'all would carry?
She her eyes are getting kind of wide. She just shakes her head no. Pops open a third one, and it is spear tips.
So none of this is what y'all carry.
She just shakes her head at you, kind of disbelieving. She's getting a little nervous.
Okay, alright. I'm not gonna tell you our business, but thank you for telling me that this is not y'all's stuff. I will, take it, unless y'all want to buy it.
I have no use for this.
Okay, well then, I'll see what I can do with this. I'm sorry to have wasted your time, but thank you for letting us know that it's not something that y'all would be trying to carry or deliver.
She looks at one of the boxes with you, and stamped kind of inconspicuously in the corner of one of the boxes is a number. And she looks at that, and she pulls out her little notebook and begins thumbing through pages. She explains to you that this is a shipping number, and she should be able to tell what shipment this was. Now, finding the shipment in her book, she says, "I received this a month ago. This was provisions, rope, crowbars, nails, brads, tacks. This doesn't make any sense."
Well, what do you do with your boxes once you've emptied them and received the shipment?
I burn them normally.
And who burns them?
We do right here. She gestures over in the corner, and you see that there is the remains of a couple boxes, kind of right out back of the shop.
Okay, do these look like? Would I be able to inspect them and determine if maybe they are counterfeit boxes?
Yeah, certainly. You can roll me doing like an investigation.
I'm not much of a boxsmith, guys.
You
Sorry.
poke your eye on the corner of one of the boxes and have disadvantage for the rest of your rolls for the rest of your life.
Dang.
Can't I just get a sliver or something?
Well, in your eye. Yes, you can. It would be too difficult to tell. I mean, it's just paint on a box. You've got not much idea how you would tell if one was counterfeit or not.
I asked the lady, so is counterfeiting y'all's boxes that y'all ship, is that a normal occurrence?
No. I can't imagine why anyone would want to pretend that their merchandise was ours.
Okay. Alright. Well, I appreciate your help. Sorry that, I brought you into this. I'm glad you were able to clarify things for me. I think we're going to head out, and I'm going to take this stuff if you don't mind.
We're going to paint over these logos first.
That you can have the boxes. We'll just take the stuff.
That would be great. And she calls out to her her guys, and they unload these several boxes, throw the weapons in the back of your cart, and take their boxes and start moving them over to the burn pile. And she's still kind of poring over this ledger, and she says, "Oh, damn! I think we might have missed an opportunity to figure out what's going on here."
You know what? I remembered something. There's some more boxes like this in Tressidar Manor. It's cleared out, so I cut that off. I'm gonna reconvene with the group and talk to them first.
All right. She suggests that if you... Why is this still on my thing? She says that if you see Urban, you might be able to get more information out of him. He was the shipper that delivered the packages. You actually just missed him.
Okay. So I take it that was the gnome.
He is a gnome. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
And that is punishment for never asking his name.
Yep. Alright, well, I'm going to convene back with the group and kind of communicate this info with them. And I'm going to say, so the boxes in Tressidar Manor are probably not theirs. Do we need to go back in there and see what's in them? Because it may be, another lead. Or do we need to go talk to the gnome? And I tell him...
I feel like we gotta get moving with the gnome.
The gnome's gone.
Yeah, like he's gonna camp for the night, but if we take too long, we're gonna miss him.
Maybe we can do both. Why don't you guys go down there and try to get one of those boxes? I'm gonna go to maybe the Miners Guild, somebody, and see if I can convince somebody to lend us some horses.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to walk all the way to Neverwinter on foot.
Do you need any money to help your persuasion?
I hear Rocket's very persuasive. Or Z, excuse me.
I can be very persuasive as well. And I give a dirty look at Anthony.
Anthony, what are you doing this whole time?
I'm just looking at Z now. Just angrily and disappointed.
Do you have a piece of pie on you? Like, do you have leftovers? Or did you eat that whole pie? Ate that whole pie.
I devoured that pie.
Yeah, you did.
So do you need any money, Callista?
Don't even worry about it. I've got my ways.
Okay, well, I'm going to start walking to the manor. If anybody wants to come with me, you're more than welcome to.
Sarbin, maybe you want to go with Z. You two can get that taken care of, and Anthony and I'll go try to wrangle us some horses.
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
I
Keep-
that
just
works.
keep
bought a
them
bunch
from
of ball
killing each
bearings. Yeah, that's a good point. Come on, Z, let's go fetch some more crates.
All right.
All right, so while you guys are heading up to Tressendar, what exactly are you doing, Callista and Anthony?
We are, well, you'll be able to tell us if we were looking around. My assumption was that the miners' exchange would probably have some sturdy horses that we might be able to convince the miners to let us borrow.
There are also horses that are tied up outside of the coster out front by where the wagon was. They have pooped, and Z had to step over it.
Oh, well, that might even be easier. Maybe we can go and offer to help them solve this mystery in exchange for letting us borrow some horses so we can catch up to their shipper.
Yeah,
That
so
works.
tell me how you pitch that to her.
Well, first, obviously I would go up to the desk and kind of lean on that and sort of get her attention. I did hear you mention something about a missed opportunity to discover what was going on. Did I hear that correct when you were speaking with Z earlier?
Yes.
Would you care to elaborate?
Aren't you a wee bit curious as to why there are weapons stamped with my company logo? Where did you say you found them?
Apparently, we found them in quite a few different places, and we have some concerns that obviously someone's got to be either building an army or really practicing their blacksmithing. So, I mean, I could list off apparently a goblin cave, which is on the trail to Phandelver, inside Tressendar Manor, and Anthony, you can clarify, was it on the trail that you found some more boxes?
Not on the trail, I don't think. It was just the Goblin Cave and Tressendar Manor.
So in some way, these goblins and Tressendar and probably Glassstaff, who is lovely in his deceasedness, all seem to be connected somehow.
You think these weapons were coming for Glassstaff?
She kind of trails off a little bit.
Well, not necessarily coming from, possibly coming to.
I need you to bring him back here.
Wait, sorry, who?
I need you to bring Urban back to me. The gnome?
Oh, yes, the little fellow with the cat snake.
Ugh, disgusting thing.
Oh, isn't it? Well, we definitely, I mean, that sounds like an excellent idea. However, on foot, that is going to be a little bit difficult to catch up to him and incredibly exhausting.
I have 2 horses outside. You're welcome to them. Bring him back. I may have need for you once he's back as well.
Do you have any, I mean, he seemed harmless enough, but looks can be deceiving, as we well know. Do you have any tips for convincing him to return?
Urban is not one to really pose much of a threat, I would think. That Dorum, though, his... he calls him his partner, but really it's more of a bodyguard. I've seen him fell 5 men in a drunken rage, right here in the town square. Watch out for that one. He favors a crossbow.
Thank you very much. That is going to be incredibly helpful.
Please hurry. I have questions for him myself.
Anthony, shall we step outside for a moment?
Yeah, it depends. Do you want to wait for them, or do you want to see if we can try to get them quickly? We only had 2 horses.
Yeah, how far would Z have gotten really in the time that it took me to wander up and have this conversation with
Yeah,
her?
I mean, if you guys are hopping on horses right outside of Lionshield, you could catch them on the road up to Tresendar.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Just mount up and we'll catch them on the way to Tresendar and let them know what's going on.
Let's go. Because I feel like we need to catch Urban rather quickly before we lose him.
Absolutely. Let's make haste.
Okay, so you're picking up, you've got 2 horses, and there are 4 of you. Who's riding with who? He totally did drunkenly kill those 5 guys with a crossbow.
Yes.
I guess I'm gonna get on the one that Callista's on.
Should we go by, weight? Maybe the the females split up with the males just to distribute the weight evenly so the horses can keep up?
That sounds good with me.
Yeah, I imagine, Z, that you're about the same weight as a feather.
Yep.
Fun fact, also stings like a bee? No, that's butterfly. Whatever.
Butterfly, yeah. Okay, so you weigh a butterfly then.
You weigh 1 butterflies.
Alright, so I guess we're on the way to try and catch up with them.
All right, are you guys moving at a brisk pace here, trying to catch them?
I say so.
Okay.
Not really gallop, but more, the horses are working a little bit.
Trotting a little bit. I think
Yeah.
that's the correct term.
And it's on. Oh, it's fantastic. So after traveling down the road, you see the cart up ahead of you is moving down the road. There's a dust trail behind it. It's still heading towards the Tribor Trail. And your friend Dorum is sitting in the back of the cart, crossbow in his lap, and he sees the 4 of you up behind them. Do you guys increase speed to try to catch up more? They take off. They are going.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, do we? Do we want to maybe, if we see that he's seen us, maybe we want to just keep our distance where we are? Or no, you've decided. I'm going to follow you.
Alright.
All right. So who is actually driving horses?
I have some experience with animals. You know, been in nature for a while.
All right. And who's
Did we
piloting the second?
go, boy, girl, right?
Right.
Yep.
I don't know who's with who.
I guess I'd be with Sarvin.
Okay.
Okay,
Sure.
I'm on the back with Callista. She's driving. If that's okay. I thought it would be funny.
Okay, yeah,
That
that's
sounds
fine.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. I want Starbin and Callista to roll initiative.
Oh man.
Am I within range, Whiskey?
We're getting there. Hold on 1 second. All right. 19, 17, 7. Okay, so how this is going to work basically is you guys are going to move off of the pilots or the whoever's driving the horse off their initiative. So Callista and Anthony will go together, and then the cart will go, and then Sarbin and Z will go. Cool? Easy enough-ish.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So they have started to take off. You are behind them. You're probably a little bit faster, but remember their little cart had 2 strong horses pulling it, so they are certainly capable of moving. What I want you to do, and this is a little different than anything that we've done before. This is a skill challenge. So, as a little kind of behind the screen thing, I have a number of successes that you guys need, and a DC set for this. I want you guys to tell me what you're doing to overtake or capture these guys or kill them or whatever you're going to do. You're going to describe that. You're going to roll the applicable skill or attack, and we're going to go from there. Once you have satisfied the number of successes that I have in mind, or the number of failures that I have associated with the encounter, it's over. So, Callista and Anthony, what do you do?
So do we each take our turn?
Nope.
Just
you
at the
guys
same
are
time?
you guys are working on you're working on the same initiative. So collaborate. Tell me what you do.
How far are we from the cart?
You're maybe about 100 yards or so. They saw you coming. They're taking off, and you guys are gaining on them slowly but surely.
All right. Can
I'll say-
I?
You've been trailing them for a bit. We'll say you're a good 80 feet away or something now.
All right. Can I try to spur the horse on and use my acrobatics to kind of tuck way down in the saddle and dip along the horse's neck, so I get completely out of the way and give Anthony free view, so that as soon as the horse gallops up close enough, he'll be able to shoot some kind of whatever your magic is, and she's just going to yell, aim for the wheel.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and I want you to roll me a. Let's see. For this, we're not going to do that. Go ahead and roll me that acrobatics. Okay. So you spur the horse on with your no spurs. You don't have spurs.
I've got harsh heels.
You kick the poor horse, and it kind of it lurches. It turns its head back and gives you a really like a horsey eyeball back in your direction, like, ugh, rude. But it increases its speed. And Anthony, how are you holding on? You okay back there?
Yeah, I'm just grabbing her waist.
Oh goodness! All right, what do you do, Anthony?
Okay, after the spurt, how close are we?
Don't worry too much about the distance unless there's specifically an ability that you're trying to do. You're still behind it. I mean, we haven't done much yet. It said 80 feet, so you're still there. You're gaining.
Okay, I was just saying that Misty Step is 30 feet. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Okay, you're definitely further than that.
Okay. Hold on, let me check something.
Now, if you want to ready an action until you are closer, you can certainly do that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I was seeing.
You're okay.
It automatically did the spell. I was trying to read the description.
It'd be kind of
Yeah,
funny if
seems
like
like
your
a good
magic
idea.
just what if your magic just like fired off for some reason?
The horse is like bumping. He's trying to like grab his wizard hat, which I'm assuming has moons and stars on it, and he all of a sudden just like starts like shooting out magic missiles at random.
Yeah, I'll do a. You think this is a good idea, Calista?
Hey,
Absolutely, aim for the wheel.
Yeah, it is go time. You don't have time for this. Do it.
Yeah. Yeah. On the right wheel. Or whatever side we're on. I don't know what side we're on.
All right, go for it. What are you're doing magic missile at the wheel?
Yes. Yeah. At the wheel.
All right. Now, I know that magic missile itself does not have any... Well, never mind. Okay. So you shoot at the wheel.
Do you want me to roll something?
I'm thinking, because it's a skill challenge, so I'd like to have actual abilities. I know that magic missile
something
itself is like a... No, I don't want you to do something else, but I might have a roll in there. I want you to do a... I want you, Anthony, actually to roll me an acrobatics as Callista did as she spurred this horse on. She didn't tell you. Anthony, hold on tighter. I want you to roll me an acrobatics save. Or, yeah, just an acrobatics. Or, you know what? No, a dex save is good.
Oh!
All right. So you fire off your magic missile. It goes zipping through the air, and as you do, the saddle, totally built for one. You're kind of scooted in there with her. You start to slide down off the side of the horse, and one of your right leg or foot kind of bounces off of the dust and kicks some gravel up towards Sarbin and Z on the other horse. Your shot has missed the wheel as the horse has accelerated. He is going to... Let's see. So that is y'all's turn.
Wait.
Yep.
Hold on. Can I ready a bonus action?
You cannot ready a bonus action. Rules.
Okay, never mind then.
Well, don't ask me that. What are you trying to do?
I was just... If I was on the side, I was just gonna ready up a Misty Step to fly in there.
Okay, yeah. All right, I'm actually good with that. Yeah, don't ask me a specific rule. Tell me what you want to do, and we can break rules. If you want rules, I'll tell you rules. If you want to do dope shit, tell me you want to do dope shit, and we'll make dope shit happen. Cool. All right. Now with Anthony kind of sliding off of the side of this horse, this orc is going to stand up and ready his crossbow. He's going to level that at you, Callista, as you are ducked all nice and low. And let's see. He's going to shoot his heavy crossbow at you. For 3. And miss. You go low, and it zips right past your horse's ear. The horse turns and looks at you again, glaring. Very, very mad. The gnome at the front of the wagon whips the horses and tries to get them to go faster. And, all right. Z and Sarbin, what are you guys doing?
Sarvin, I need you to get close to the cart.
I think I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying.
I understand. I just led you to.
Here, take this hand crossbow and these ball bearings.
Okay.
Okay, tie the ball bearings to the arrow, like the bag.
While you're in a horse chase?
Yeah. Like he's not doing anything back there.
Okay.
Maybe I can
All right.
make the horse. Could I make the horse's trip? I don't know.
Oh, okay. Hey, go for it.
Wait, I
Yes.
can make a. What are those bollards? The little rope thingies that like you put balls on each end and like throw it.
Oh yeah.
And these are ball bearings. These are like little.
But I have lots of pouches of them.
I swear to God, next campaign I run, I'm retconning ball bearings. I'm just taking them out. Now go for it. Do dope shit.
Can I fashion this improvised weapon with rope and a sack of ball bearing?
You're stripping fibers from your hempen rope off of, you're stripping fibers off of that, tying them around a small arrow of a hand crossbow, and you're tying that off to the bag of ball bearings, and you're planning on shooting this. Yes.
No. So there's 2 bags of ball bearing. I'm taking a rope, tied it to one ball bearing bag, and then to the other, and then I'm gonna throw it.
Okay, alright, yeah, sure. Alright.
I want to try and spur my horse on.
Alright, go ahead and if you're just spurring your horse on, go ahead and roll me an animal handling. See what kind of speed you can get out of that. Nice, okay. You spur your horse on. Your horse, named Thunder, turns and looks at you, and you almost see it wink as you get a 14 on your animal handling. And it takes off. It starts inching ahead of Callista and Anthony's horse as you guys are all rocketing down the road. Z, you have fashioned a, whatever that thing is called, with rope and 2 bags of ball bearings.
Okay, I'm gonna try and throw it at the horse's feet to try and
Up at
trip
the
it
front?
up.
I don't think we're close enough for
Yeah,
that.
you're still pretty far.
Okay, well,
Cool, yep.
You do have those gauntlets, though.
Oh, yeah.
and
yeah.
what are you... Oh, I can tackle the horse. Is that what you're getting at?
Talk about horse. No, I'm just
I
saying
think you were saying
probably
throw them, but...
Yeah, you're probably strong enough to throw them
let
because
him-
you got
let him
super
do
good.
it. Let him do it. Let him
Tackle the horse.
I kind of want to tackle a horse now. Dang it!
Well, we gotta get close.
Okay, well, I'll throw it. I'll throw the bag at the horse using a strength check, I guess.
All right.
If that's okay.
So you
Why
are
the
far
horse?
away, so it's going to be disadvantage on the...
So we can trip
on
them
that
up
check.
and stop the cart.
he's just
Well,
trying
what
to
if you got
murder
the-
horses.
What if the rope got caught in the wheel, though?
Well, then it breaks the wheel and it does the same thing.
Okay.
If I break a wheel,
All
you
right.
can break the horse's
Who am
leg.
Who am I to stop you? I'm just driving a horse.
Well, I mean, what do you want me to throw it at?
I think you need to figure something out right now because everyone's about to die.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna throw it at the horses to try and trip them up.
Okay.
It just makes more sense in my head.
With your wooden gauntlet ogre gloves, give it a
Yeah,
toss.
and I'm gonna use inspiration on this. One of my 2 inspirations.
You only ever have 1 inspiration, so that was cute.
You
But this is
told
basic.
me
Oh,
we made a bet,
okay.
and you
You
said
know
I
what?
could have 2 inspirations.
I'm gonna. You can have them, but you can't stack them because that's even more ridiculous than the thing I said. So you can totally do this.
Fine. Oh,
You can totally do this, but it's just gonna negate your disadvantage.
okay.
So you roll once.
Damn, at 23.
That's a save, though.
Oh yeah, that was. Sorry,
Oh.
that was the inappropriate ability. I'm sorry, your turn will have to be skipped.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Fucking roll strength. Check. That is a fail. No, it's not. Wait.
Could you just take the strength save and subtract the bonus?
Say what? I could, but why would I want to do that?
I don't know. Just be a little nice.
No. But yeah, no, I'm sorry. 13 was actually a success. All right, so you throw the ball bearings and ropey thing. It wraps around the horse's front leg, rear legs, one of the 2 horses, and it begins to the legs immediately stop working, or they tie together, and it just begins to collapse. Callista and Anthony, what do you do? So it is falling.
Evasive maneuvers. I'm assuming it's going to slow down significantly once that horse takes a tumble. Can I maneuver the horse to try to get it up on the opposite side where the other horse is still up? Since I feel like that'd be less damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, because I want to close the distance to try to give Anthony best chance to do whatever it is he's going to do.
All right, go for it. Roll me an animal handling. See if you can maneuver this pony.
I'm lucky though, so I get another try.
Okay. That actually hits DC. Okay.
Thank goodness.
So you move the horse over to hopefully avoid whatever crazy BS Z just caused, this catastrophe that's about to happen. You guys are all moving up now. You're probably within, we'll say, the magic 30 feet of the cart as this horse is starting to fall, and it's starting to roll underneath the wagon. The gnome yells out something to the orc behind him, like, hold on! Anthony, what are you doing? Go ahead, Missy, step up there, baby.
Well, if it's falling, I don't really need to.
Wouldn't that be fun,
catch
though?
up to it. It would be fun, but that's also a second level spell slot.
But it would be awesome.
I guess I'm just gonna try to upright myself since I've fallen off.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you can kind of scoot yourself back up. You saved yourself. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that as a whole action. You can scoot back up. We'll say that's your movement. You can absolutely perform an action.
Hit the orc. The orc's a threat. We need the other guy alive. The gnome.
He did attack you. Okay. I'm gonna do a chromatic orb.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do that. I keep zooming my page up. I'm gonna do that at level 2.
Nice. All right.
Gee.
4d8, and I'm gonna use a foretelling roll, and I rolled a 19.
All right, and go ahead and roll me damage. And this is at the orc.
Yes.
Do it.
What type of damage?
Let's go with lightning.
Whoa.
Seems fun. Just 4d8, right? Nothing.
Yep.
Yeah. 17.
Nice. All right. So you zip this chromatic orb over at this orc, and it catches him in the chest. He begins to convulse as you hit him with lightning damage. Just as the right front horse collapses, falls underneath the wagon, and sends it bucking up into the air as its harness snaps, and it just slides to a halt. The wagon continues, hitting the ground hard, shattering both of the wheels, and dropping down on its axle, being pulled by its remaining horse. Z and Sarbin, what do you do? Ooh, hold on, let me do some saves, actually. I'm not sure. Can you guys see the saves that I'm rolling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a 19.
Yep.
That's
17.
wow.
All right.
Ooh.
Nice.
So the cart just crashed.
Yeah, the cart, well, the cart kind of bucked up over one of the horses, slammed back down, the wheels shattered, and now it's just being dragged almost like a chariot behind the remaining horse. The orc is kind of laying down in the back. He's trying to keep his feet from dragging in the dirt that's being kicked up behind you guys, and you see the gnome still at the front, and he is actually just he kind of gets thrown up in the air. He's holding onto the reins and uses those to yank himself back down into the seat. And it's actually their turn. Excuse me. The orc is going to take a shot at we're going to say Sarbin.
Whoa.
And he's going to do so with disadvantage because he's doing this one-handed with a two-handed weapon. But he's a big dude. 14 hit your... I'm sorry, no, 4 does not hit your AC.
Nope.
The gnome reaches down to his side and pulls out a small glowing object. and hurls it blindly back over his head. I'm actually going to give all of you a chance to react to this. What do you want to do?
Can I throw a dart to try and knock it out of his hand?
It left his hand. Like it's going through. You can throw a dart and try to hit it. Yeah.
Oh, that can't be good.
And I want to try to grab Anthony and make him dodge in the direction that I do so he doesn't get hit.
Okay.
Don't really know how to do that, but I imagine she's just kind of got one hand on the reins, is kind of ducked down, and is sort of reaching back with her other arm to try to grab him to pull him down.
Nice. Okay. All right. So as this thing is, you guys aren't diverting your course at all?
I'm gonna steer at a 45-degree angle right, so a steep turn.
Okay. Yeah. So he threw this thing kind of directly back. What about Anthony and Callista? He said he's leaning, you're ducking, but you're not going to change the direction of the horse at all?
Nope, then we'd lose speed. I'm just going to grab him and pull him down.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, then. Whatever this object is hits the ground, and there is a flash of light and a ball of fire flares up from the ground. It sends rocks and debris showering down around you. I want Callista and Anthony to roll me. Let's see. Let's do dex saves, both of you. Anthony, I'm sure you won't die.
Yeah, does he get advantage since I specifically said that I was trying to help him?
Sure.
14 then.
All right. And you don't, Callista. So you're able to help Anthony, but Callista, you kind of slide down off the side as you reach behind and pull him up. You have to shift your weight to get leverage, and you start falling off the other side. So you are kind of falling. All right, it is Sarbin and Z's turn. What are you guys doing?
So we successfully just dodged the ball of fire,
Yep.
right?
Yep, you moved away from it, and it exploded in the middle of the road, and yep, you went around it.
Okay, so we're just gonna gradually turn back now. So I'm assuming we're in a pretty open area, right?
It's a wideish road.
Yeah, instead of a sharp turn, I'm just gonna gradually turn the horse back.
All right. So you're kind of correcting yourself. What are you doing, Z?
How close are we now? By now?
Maybe about 40 feet away.
I'm gonna throw a dart at the orc.
Go for it.
Just take an attack roll.
Yep, just be a regular attack roll. Nice. All right, with disadvantage, you still get it. Yeah, 8. Cool. So he catches that dart. Where do you hit him?
I'm just aiming for the chest, so the chest.
It buries right in his chest. He kind of looks down at it, and then looks up at you and glares threateningly. What would you like your tombstone to say? Callista and Anthony, your turn.
I was wanting to pull Callista back upright.
Okay.
And that just kind of takes our movement, right?
Nope. This is about pass and fail at a point. You guys aren't going to yeah, just, no, it doesn't. I'll explain after. Failure here doesn't mean that the whole thing is over. You're not going to like we're doing this, and you have certain number of passes and fails. Nothing is going to end it before we're actually done with it. You get me? Unless you guys say we stop pursuing.
Or are we just gonna keep going until we get good enough?
Exactly. Until you either hit the successes or hit the fails. Like it keeps going.
How close would we be now? Roughly.
50 feet.
I'm going to lean back, hand the reins to Anthony, and pull out my short bow and aim for the other horse.
Oh, damn. Okay. Yep, it's definitely moving slower now. That one of the horses is down, and it's dragging across the ground. Go for it. Roll me an attack. All right, Anthony, you are now steering from behind. And Callista, 15 definitely hits a horse's butt. You shot a horse. How do you feel about that?
I feel like the horse needs to pay attention and start moving slower like the one that I'm riding does.
Sass won't get you anywhere. All right. Yep, you shoot the horse in its haunches. And let's see.
All I really needed to do is buck and kick the cart off.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming that shooting a horse in its haunches are probably going to send it down on its ass pretty quick. The cart crashes into the back of the remaining horse, and both driver and passenger go flying over the horse and land a good 20 feet away in the dirt. And we will take a quick break and then see what we're going to do with these guys.
All right, time for some pie.
Yes. AFK.
I'll be right back.
I'm out of pie. Leaf!
What's it?
Hi.
Hi, guys. Sorry.
You missed
I
a
am
car
so
chase.
Sorry. Oh, no.
You missed the awesome horse chase.
I'll have to listen to it.
The cart exploded
Oh, cool. Nice.
twice.
Nice.
Michael Bay was here.
Oh, he was.
missed it.
Yeah. My poor little gnome only got to throw one of those things.
Only one?
Only one. He threw one of those. He threw that little fireball thing.
Yeah, I probably should have aimed out of the way of it instead of running into it.
But see,
I thought it
also,
was.
It
I
didn't,
thought it was aiming at my head.
I think I said he just threw it blindly, kind of over his shoulder, back towards y'all. Sarvin's like, yeah, nope. But see, then that gives me the option to, okay, I'm going to throw 2 saves at you guys and see if you pass them or fail them. If you fail them, that's going into the fail category or the fail slot. Tally them up. I just linked you a resource if anyone's interested in kind of looking at some tables and stuff on how to build those things. Yeah, I think they're cool. So we'll definitely do them again.
Sweet. So what's Layla doing at the moment? Do you just forget about her?
Whatever works for you guys. Since I couldn't make it, you DM can say what she's doing.
Drugs. She's developed a habit.
She's doing drugs, guys.
That was really fast.
She's doing the dust. It's something that's available in Phandelver. And
The
when we find her,
sawdust?
she's gonna be yeah, well that's what it's called.
Yeah, she's we're gonna find her in the apple orchard.
There's a stone. It's a moss that grows on a stone in one of the mines. It has the texture of like old rotten wood. Like when you touch it, it's kind of damp, but still brittle. And what they do is they dry it and then they crush it up. And Layla's just been snorting it, and it gives
Just
you
doing a line.
wicked dreams. Wicked dreams. No, if you want a drug habit, we can totally make that happen. But I will leave that up to you, Layla. Let's wrap up what we were doing. Layla, do you mind hanging out for just a second while we
Oh, of course.
finish
Yeah.
what we're doing? Okay.
Yeah.
So these guys have landed on the road. Oh, hold on. Okay. These guys have landed on the road in front of the cart. The cart has been blown to at least 3 smithereens, and they are both unconscious in the dust. What do you do?
I'm gonna tie them up. And then place them on the horse me and Sarvin were riding, and then say, let's head back to town.
Wait, so we're walking?
Yeah, at this point we kind of have to. I mean,
Are you guys going to do anything with the horse you shot in the ass? Or the other one that you tied up that's writhing in agony back down the road?
nope.
Are they? Oh, come on. The one that got the bolas in the leg. Does it need to be killed? Like, do we need to just?
Oh yeah, its rear legs are broken and it got run over by a cart. And the
Yeah,
car
I know that
exploded.
horses, like, if they get an injury in their leg, it doesn't heal because they have to stand on it at all times.
Well, they've got big horsey slings that you can put them in.
Those are, like, expensive and technologically not developed yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna slip a dagger at the base of its skull and just put that one out of its misery.
All right.
Is the other one still useful?
The one that you shot in the ass? Also,
Yeah.
no, it's off of one leg. Still got an arrow sticking out of its butt. Its left haunch is arrowed.
Wait, butt or haunch? Those are 2 different things.
Haunch butt. Butt haunch. Bunch.
It's one of those quantum arrows. It's in 2 places at once. Okay. So, I mean, can it walk? Can we lead it back to town? Maybe I can pull the arrow out.
What is a haunch? Haunch is like the
A
butt.
haunch is the between the shoulders, the upper part.
That's the withers.
Which would be the proper term for it.
I think
Haunches are usually used in describing
is
I
the
think,
butt.
dogs and.
Get out of here. The haunch is the butt. I'm looking it up. I looked it up. Haunch is the butt.
It's a picture in chat.
Oh well, yeah.
Why would you call something the dock that's on its butt? Come on.
It's the part of the tail that it doesn't actually have the hair on it. That's why when you dock something's tail, you chop off a bunch of it, you bring it down to the dock, basically, is my understanding. It's like where the tail docks to the ass. Look at that. Hey, look, the withers up front. Who grew up on horse farm? Raise his hand. This guy did. This guy did. Callista, I had a pony growing up.
Yeah, I know you.
Her
had a pony.
name was Dolly, and I didn't really care to ride her very much. You know, not a big deal.
But you knew what the part of her butt was called.
I did. I knew that her haunches were something that you didn't sneak up behind her and slap. Get kicked in the face. Okay,
Yeah.
but yes, it's got an arrow in its butt. And what are you doing with that one?
Well, can
Its
it
name is
walk?
also Dolly. It can. It can't put any weight on the. Well, I mean, not totally. It doesn't walk on its rear left. It's lame. You should kill it.
Only if we had some magical healing powers that could heal broken parts.
Ooh.
Yeah, what a shame we don't have
Yeah,
that.
darn.
Yeah, dang.
If only there was magic in the world.
Modern
Wait.
medicine.
Wait, everyone. There is
Very
Use
nice.
fireball to kill it.
Oh God.
Okay.
No, in all seriousness, would healing actually heal it?
Yeah, that sounds legit. You can heal people who get shot with arrows. Why can't you heal a horse?
We could just turn it invisible with one of our potions. And we
Callista's-
don't have to worry about it.
Callista slides the blade out from the base of the other one's skull, and she's like, "Oh, well, I mean, that's also fine."
I will use cure wounds on the horse then, I guess.
Okay, cool.
Take the arrow out first.
Yeah, you want to pop that
I
arrow
mean-
out?
Yeah, pop it out and then heal it.
Nice. You pop the arrow out. Oh, it's Callista's arrow. Excuse me. You pop the arrow out. You do you rub its butt? I mean, do you rub it?
It's okay.
No, I just heal it.
Do you have to touch for cure wounds?
Yes.
So, I mean,
If you want me to touch the horse butt, I guess.
I do. Thank you. Give yourself inspiration. No, you already have one. Never mind.
You're not like sticking your hand up its ass, though.
No.
Come on.
That would be
It's like
weird.
everyone looks over at Z. Z's like, wait, I'm not supposed to what?
She's gloving up.
This is what we learned at
Gloving
the
up.
temple.
What kind of monastery? Jeez. All right. So yeah, this horse, you rub its butt, and Actually, you described to me what this looks like.
Well, I guess I'm gonna touch the hurt spot and it's gonna be healed, and then be like, none of y'all saw that. We never discussed this again, ever.
Can you describe how you heal the horse? Yeah, I touch it and it's healed. All right. I appreciate the picture that you've drawn for me. That was good. I like it. But yes,
Yeah.
that horse is fine. The cart is
Alright.
destroyed, and you've got this gnome and this half orc. What are you doing with them?
They're tied up.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So how are you going to transport them back? Throw them over a horse? You're going to wait for them to wake up? Or wake up?
Throw them over a horse. I guess one of us will ride one horse and the other ride the other horse, and we'll throw one on each horse.
Okay, cool. Totally doable. Where's the, You said throw one on each horse. Someone's going to... Okay. So you make your way back to Phandelver. These guys are out cold. They're pretty beat up from their landing. Layla is standing there waiting for you. Is that fair to say, Layla? Waiting for you to return?
Where's she at?
That's a great question.
But yeah, she could be standing anywhere.
You see them kind of coming back into town, and you are welcome to approach them after you wipe the sawdust from your nose.
From my nose. Sniffs really loud. So, I suppose when I'm not around, you get in trouble?
The trouble you when you're around. We just get in trouble.
That's right, isn't it? What happened?
Well, we were talking to this person who works at the Lionshield caster, and they're like, "Hey, those crates you guys found, those aren't supposed to be there. Go fetch that gnome guy." And yeah, we're back here. We fetched him. He's unconscious. It was the horse chase, but we got him.
Oh. Good.
Callista uses air quotes when the words fetch and horse chase come up.
Layla's just kind of standing there, a little open-mouthed, like in disbelief, and also slightly impressed. That's huh? Congratulations.
Yeah, we got him. So we need to take him to the lady so we can interrogate him.
Oh, interrogation. Okay.
Mm.
Well, I think we could just nicely ask them questions. I mean, the orc. Well, never mind. You know, they threw a ball of fire at us. We're gonna interrogate them.
Yeah, let Sleeping Beauty here interrogate him.
We
Gonna
can
waterboard him.
persuade them, if you will.
Oh, no, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Well, we're just killing daytime, so let's head in.
All right. Heading into the Lionshield Coster, you see the same woman. She looks up and she immediately puts her book away, hurries over, and looks at Urban and says, I told you I had questions for him. How am I supposed to ask him anything in this state? What happened?
That's a great question.
No matter.
I'll tell you what didn't happen. What happened to that horse?
Ooh. She looks at Callista. Like butt stuff?
Callista just pulls out one of her daggers, like base of the skull stuff.
Oh. So
Well,
she is fine to. She calls over her, or rather, she sends her her helpers, her two helpers out. Goes up to the front door, shuts it, locks it. Is everyone inside?
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, I would say.
Sure.
Yeah, they're the father.
All right. So she kind of tells them they can leave early. Goes up, shuts the curtains on either side of the window, shuts and locks the door, and flips open over the close sign, and comes back. And she looks at the five of you, nodding to Layla, having not ever seen her before, and just says, "Okay, how do we do this?"
I'm gonna splash water on their face until they wake up.
What are we interrogating them for exactly? Like, what's our end game?
I guess that's actually kind of a good question. Well, I look at the shop owner and I'm like, what exactly do we need to ask them? I mean, I kind of want to ask them if they knew anything about the fake boxes, but is there anything you want to ask them?
I'm sorry, you were saying that to the woman whose name you don't have?
Yeah, I don't remember her name. I'm sorry.
I don't think that we that I told you. So she says, yeah, she wants to know what the deal with these boxes are, if they know anything about the shipment going missing, and she seems to have some additional questions. She kind of, and there's some other things that I would like to know. Let's get them awake though, and see if we can get some of these basics out of the way.
Can we dump some water on them?
Yes, absolutely. There's a wash basin kind of behind the counter. She brings that up and splashes it on both of their faces. They kind of spit, and the little gnome he opens his eyes immediately, and he says, "Oh, copa! Where's my copa?" He's kind of looking back at his collar frantically, and the half-orc opens his eyes, looks at Z, and just goes,
Well, Mr. Orc Dude, you can certainly take a beating.
I've taken worse than you could ever give me.
he's a little hurt.
We're not exactly here to test that. We just want to know what the heck's going on here.
I got nothing to say to you. I'll talk.
Well, okay, sure.
Hey, Doran, they kind of got us, they got us a little tight up here. It's not much of a, not many options, unfortunately. What can I help you find six big, angry people with? And have you seen my copper?
You're a copper?
Yeah, my little buddy.
I think he means his cat snake.
Ooh, yeah, we got him right outside. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, took a bit of a tumble. Was kind of worried about the little guy. Are you full of shit right now? Are you lying to me?
Did
No.
Sorry, out of character. Did we see his buddy anywhere?
Last you saw, he was flying through the air. Poor little cat snake.
Oh, was he?
Soaring through the air. Fly high.
He's probably
little
dead.
cat snake.
How's Copper supposed to find dinner? I got bread in my pocket for him.
Well, if you answer all of our questions, perhaps we shall deem fit to release you, and you can go find him in the forest.
How am I supposed to find a cat snake in the forest?
You're the cat snake owner, not us.
I'm sure you
Poor
have
little
some
boy.
kind of magical special bond or something. She just says, waving her hand.
Well, you know what? You guys owe me at least one cat snake, so let me go and maybe we'll call it even.
No, we're not letting you go.
Please?
No.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
you should just ask please once more.
Please?
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Alright, what do I need to do to get out that door? I got nothing you need. I got nothing you want. You attacked me when my cart was empty. That's not exact... Where the hell are we? Why are we back in Phandelver?
Well, we found a few crates from the Lionshield, with that Lionshield crest on it, and we found weapons in them. And as far as we know,
I don't
you're
know
the
nothing
only.
about that.
As far as we know, you're the only one that comes down here.
Can I
Nope.
inside check him?
Yeah, sure. He looks to be, I mean, you kind of got him at a bit of a loss here. I'm not sure what he thinks he would gain from Lion.
All right.
So you think he's telling the truth?
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
he's already in a position to do anything. We get him.
Well, what exactly is it that our what do we call her? Our business owner here need to ask him?
Yeah, that's right. You wanted us to fetch him.
Have you been using me to steal weapons? What? No, Leah, come on. I'm your father's friend. I've known you since, I don't know what. Like you were, well, you were already kind of old. But no, I wouldn't do that. I'm a businessman. You know, I gotta keep my contracts nice and clean. I've never done you any wrong.
Full of shit, Sarbin.
Something tells me that you're full of shit right now.
Nothing gets by you, huh? Long haired. Look at this guy. Absolutely beautiful. This is ridiculous.
While they're talking to him, can Layla walk out and try to find this tube snake? Cat snake.
Tube snake. Yeah, go find the tube
Ferret.
snake. They were a ways up the road, so you can take one of the horses and go see if you can track this thing down. Surely.
Yeah, I would like to.
Cool. All right. So Layla exits.
His name's Cobby. He likes bread. Bring bread.
Understood.
Hey, if she better bring him back. If she doesn't bring him back, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's clear to me that you're all very, very smart individuals. You got me at a bit of a loss here.
He kind of motions. It's a weasel. He motions
weasel,
to
okay.
his.
I'll go with her.
Okay. He kind of motions to his binds and the knots that Z tied.
You got me kind of at the end of my rope. you know what I'm talking about. So if there's anything that I can give you guys, like by ways some information or something like that, to get out of here, I'd like to see tomorrow. So my friend Doran and I, we just head on down the road. No one's really I'm not worried about the cart. The cart, we can buy another cart, and it wasn't a very good cart anyway. So, what do I need to do? Let's make a deal. What do you need? What do you need that I got? What do I got that you need?
How about you come clean with all of the funny business that you've had a hand in Phandelver?
Funny business in Phandelver. It's a pretty long list. Is there anything specific?
It's like supplying weapons to a militant band of red donned young men. Sound familiar?
Never ever have I ever supplied any weapons whatsoever to the Redbrands. Those guys were a bunch of jerks. Goblins, yeah.
Who were you taking the supplies from to give to the goblins?
Nah, I didn't have all the names, alright? But there was the system that we had worked out in Neverwinter is there's a drop, alright? I go to the inn, and there's a drop there, and there's a
Hang on.
The guy you need, his name is Kairos Valshazin. He's a tiefling. He's not really the most, sweet individual, but he's the innkeeper at the Wheat Cup. If you go to the Wheat Cup and you're talking to him, I'm sure he can give you more information than I can. All I know is that every once in a while, he'd have a letter. The letter, it would have a location. I go to the location. I pick up the boxes. I put the boxes on the shipment. I take the cart through the gate. No one asks no questions. I take it the way it says in the note to take it. The goblins unload it. They leave us alone. I don't answer questions. I go back to Neverwinter, and I got some money.
On those letters, what kind of seal was there?
He motion or kind of nods up to the woman.
It was a company seal.
So no spider seals?
Spider? Nah, I ain't seen no spiders.
Oh, none of your letters. There wasn't a spider.
Hey man, if there was a spider on that letter, I'd throw that letter in the garbage.
I'm not talking about an actual spider.
You need to be clear, my friend, okay? When you're doing interrogation, you need to be very, very careful about the questions that you're asking. Alright? Now try again.
When you get this letter,
I got the letter.
is it signed by anybody?
Nah, no. Now, okay. This letter is a criminal activity. Who's gonna sign the name? Ask me. This guy. He looks over at the half orc, who just shakes his head. He thinks we sign our letters. This guy. He thinks we sign our letters. No. To answer your question, no one signed the letter. It's the same stationery that Lionshield Costa uses. So, and it's their stuff. So I'm assuming, maybe, you know what? Hey, Leah. He looks over at this woman who's standing there. She says, you know what? I think maybe you should ask us some questions, huh? It's her cargo.
What was the name of the contact he said that was at the Wheat Cup?
Wheat Cup. That'd be Karos vouches in. He's a tavern keeper. An innkeeper. He kind of runs the show over there. Not a very nice man to speak with, that's for sure.
And sorry, the Wheat Cup is where? Is it in Neverwinter?
Yeah. It's in the trade district. Lots of mentionables in there. I think you might fit in there fine, if you know what I mean. We can smell our own, can't we?
The Starving can't help but just kind of chuckle a little.
You want to do some business? I can introduce you to some friends. They're always looking for a pretty lady who wants to, get a 5-figure discount. You know what I'm saying?
She's gonna punch him in the mouth.
I was about to do it. Dang it.
So you just he just gets nailed in the mouth.
Well, yeah, that wasn't very nice. Okay, maybe I spoke out of turn. All right, sometimes.
Oh no, you were completely right.
Well then, all right. So I guess our business is done here. You want to toss me around a little bit more or something like that? I gotta go find my copper.
All right, what else do we actually need from him?
Go see Karos. All right, go in there, order a drink. Tell Karos you're looking for your package.
Hey, say, do you have any more of those little orbs you chucked at us?
My little balls of fire?
Yeah.
If I do, you can let me go?
It'll help.
Then,
Yeah.
yeah, I do. There's only about, I only got 4 of them left. They're little tinker toys. They don't do much, damage. They just kind of, they throw some stuff around and they make a good flash of light.
I have an idea. Now,
Yeah?
the Lord's Alliance
Does it involve untying me, maybe?
Right?
What about with that?
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You're staring right at me. Okay. Maybe you just like observing your handiwork. As my lip is getting a little full here, it's becoming kind of uncomfortable to speak to you right now.
Okay, but aside, the Lord's Alliance is out of Neverwinter or Waterdeep?
They've got kind of factions everywhere. Or are you
Okay,
asking-
they're
are you
lawful
asking-
good, right? They've got
yeah.
connections. I'm thinking maybe we could turn him over to Sildar.
Whoa. Hold on. We had a deal.
With who?
With me.
You and who?
We...
Definitely not me.
I think we had a gentleman's understanding, okay? I was asking, answering questions that you was asking, and you can let me go. That's what you said.
mean, he's got a point.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. This man right here, you're a good man. This is a good man.
Yeah, but if we let him go, he might squeal.
I'm not a squeal. I'm a steel trap. I never squeals nobody.
Huh.
Can I look over to, is her name Leah? Did I hear that right? And ask if what she thinks. Is he worth enough to keep him, like, you know, is he enough of a non-threat that she wants to let him go and let him continue his work since the weapon smuggling?
I need him.
Well, I think he might be very lucky that someone just vouched for him. What do you guys think?
Sounds good to
Very
me.
lucky. What you talking about murdering me?
Nope. There was nothing about murder there, little buddy.
I know. I'll be a little buddy if you let me go.
Yeah, for a small price, one of those little flashy marbles, we can get you out of here soon.
I mean, you can have the whole bag. I only got 4.
All right.
It's right in the front there. It's just, yeah, you just gotta, yeah, just
Kind of
unclip
like
it.
reach under.
Yeah, just you gotta unclip it.
Okay, I
It's
think
just
I got
yeah,
it.
oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Firmly grasp me. Okay.
Now, be very careful with those things, okay? Don't throw them aside. And, yeah, just don't throw them aside, and don't throw them at anyone that you like, okay? Like, as a rule.
Mm.
And when you throw them in the dark, that is gonna blind you for a minute. Alright, it's gonna be really hard. You're gonna blink that out for a minute.
All right, keep that in mind. So, I mean, I'm fine to let him go. What do you guys think?
I think that's a good plan.
Yeah, I'm fine with letting him go if we have some quote unquote gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, I got a gentleman's agreement.
And really, if we turn him over to Sildar, they're just going to imprison him and take away his freedoms and independentness.
Leah's gonna step up and say, "You can't let him go."
Wait, I thought she just said to let him go.
No, she said she needs him.
Well, then you can take him.
I will. I'll be right back with the town master.
Okay.
And she hurries out the door.
What? We just had the deal. Why are you guys changing the deal?
We're letting you go.
I gave you
Person.
my fireballs. We had an understanding.
He's looking at you, Sarban.
We had an understanding. And
Hey, I'm on your side here. Do you want me to fight the rest of them? I think I'm more outnumbered here.
Timing, man. You can sneak out the back door. Just in time.
Fine,
just
by
in
you. They're gonna
timing.
beat me up.
Nah, they're your friends, man, right? Well, hey, if they're not your friends, you want to make a little money?
I'll tell you, oddly enough, if you were to untie him, I'd look the other way. Because prison's not a great place.
Come on, she's coming back soon, man. Just on time. Tell her I hit you. Tell her I hit you. Come on.
I'm not untying you.
I didn't think you were, ma'am. Come on, man.
Sarban, you're totally muted right now or something.
Mic off somehow.
There we go.
Okay, so I'm just gonna sneak him a dagger, so we can leave. But well, what's the town? Do we know what the town master's gonna do with him?
Nope. You guys had visited the town master's hall previously, and if you remember, there were cells in there.
They are empty.
Yeah, I have less than no fondness for the townmaster.
He's the one who directed Anthony to Pie, though. So, I mean, there's that.
Man. So we just gonna let you go. We don't have to worry about your orc pal, right?
What? No, I'll get him out. We'll be out of here. We'll be out of town in 5 minutes. I'm not gonna get out of here. Don't worry about me.
I really don't think it's a good idea to let him go.
It's a good idea.
No.
Yeah.
In Iraq, between a rock and a hard place here.
He kind of cranes
neutral.
his neck and he looks out the window, and you see Leah emerge from the townmaster's hall with Harbin Weston in tow.
Come on, quick.
Ah.
I'm
They're gonna cage
leaving.
me, man. Come on, they're gonna cage me. You can't keep me in. Come on, man. You ever been locked up? I didn't do nothing. I did what was on a piece of paper. Come on. Come on.
Right, fine. But
One last question.
Yeah?
Why were you outfitting the goblins?
I wasn't outfitting no goblins.
You were dropping them the packages that were full of weapons.
I was parking a car. They came out and unloaded it. I don't know who was. Go talk to
They're about to walk through the door. You can either answer
go talk
this.
to Carol.
or-
I don't know, man. I don't know. If I knew, I would tell you. You don't think I'd tell you? I'm playing every card I got in my deck right now.
It sounds like we need to just go to Neverwinter and get some real answers.
Alright, I'm walking out the door. You do whatever you're gonna do, Sarvin.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
if you guys are leaving, I'm just gonna let him go. I like this guy.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. Hey, man, look. If we ever cross paths again, I owe you one. I owe you one, man.
And he cuts Doram's binds, and Sarbin, roll initiative. Kidding.
Whoa.
Doram looks around. Do you guys have his crossbow? Did you bring that back?
No, we didn't state that we did.
I'm cool if you did. If you didn't, that's also fine.
I think we would have noticed it because it's a heavy crossbow. It's pretty big.
Yeah, it's beefy.
I would
beefy boy.
rather not. I left, so never mind.
rather not arm him.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
this
I
dude stands up.
left.
Sarbin, he's a big dude. This guy's like 7 foot of like solid muscle. And he nods at you. Doesn't do anything threatening.
Then I'm gonna reach out, rustle around a bit, like here's your crossbow. I hand it to him.
He takes it and very methodically looks it over and nods at you and kind of tips the hat that he's not wearing, like he's got some kind of phantom fedora on. Oh no. Nods to Callista, milady, and no. Yeah, Urban.
Come on, Dawn, let's go, come on.
So they are heading out the back door as Leah's coming in the front, and I think you're standing there alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
she looks at you and she's like, "What is he?"
Well, strangest thing happened. He had these little like balls of fire here, and it just blinded me for a few seconds, and they ran out the back door.
What? And she goes tearing out the back door, looking. She returns a few seconds later. Harbin, ooh. She doesn't necessarily buy what you're saying. She didn't see him come out the front though. So she's glaring at you. Harbin somehow reaches in his pocket and he's like, well, all of this getting me away from my supper. And he reaches in his pocket, pulls out a slice of apple pie, and just So good. And starts
So-
devouring that shit.
Okay, in a little bit of a panic, I throw open the door and toss a little orb behind me.
There is an explosive flash of light. You hear Harbin squeal like a pig that just had its tail yanked. And Leah dives over the counter, thinking that you have just attacked them. And you hop outside. Is everyone else just kind of waiting outside?
Yeah.
Good deal. All right. Well, yeah, Dorum and Urban, you saw, I would say maybe, let's see, who was standing there? Callista and Rocket. You saw them kind of scurry out from behind the building. Urban gave you guys a big wink, hopped up, clicked his heels together, and they took off. And they are gone.
So, guys, I think we should keep going on a Neverwinter. You think?
We should never come back here again.
Never again.
All right, cool. So I'm thinking that he didn't kill anyone and didn't directly arm the Redbrands. That's true. Just the middleman, innocent as can be. I'm thinking next week we do Neverwinter, and there's some other stuff up that direction that you guys were looking into, right? Thunder Tree's up there. That would probably be pretty much the session, I think. Do you want to plan for that? We'll hit kind of the Neverwinter region, see if we can find Redoth, Alderleaf, and head to a city, which you guys haven't been to yet in game.
That's true.
Leaf, roll me a survival with advantage because Anthony went with you.
No, Copper.
Poor little Copper. 2017 to 2017. Rest in peace, buddy.
Rip.
Wild animal out in the wild wilderness. I'm sure he'll be fine.
She covers the body up with some leaves.
He's
away.
no. You do not find a body, and you do find little copper prints, but they vanish when they hit the dense underbrush.
It's like Game of Thrones. They're not dead unless you see the body.
That's true.
Yeah. Yep. All right. I realize we're like 14 minutes early, but I think we'll wrap there because I think it's a pretty natural stopping point if we're leaving town. So plan is next week you guys are on the road from Phandelver to Neverwinter, hitting Neverwinter, then possibly Thunder Tree, seeing if you can find Redoth, because Redoth has intimate knowledge of the surrounding area and may be able to point you to this castle you've been hearing about. I think that was the motivation to finding Redoth, just as a quick little recap, because I realize there's a lot of moving parts. Are we groovy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
GG's.
Yeah.